It's time for the Brainiac Minute. Get ready. Here's your host, John Boyce.
What was the first non-human to appear on the cover of Time Magazine's Person of the Year issue? The personal computer. Although referencing the rise of the PC in general, PC sales went from 724,000 in 1980 to nearly 3 million the following year, the article focused on the Lisa computer, Apple's first PC with a graphical user interface, which was released a few weeks later. Officially, Lisa stood for Local Integrated Software Architecture. However, it was famously named after Lisa Brennan Jobs, Apple co-founder Steve Jobs' daughter, priced at a steep $9,995. That's not for inflation. That's what it cost in 1983, $9,995. It was one of the first mass-marketed computers to feature a mouse and a graphical user interface, cementing its place as one of the most influential failures in tech history. There's a good chance you didn't know that. I didn't either till recently. That's why I love hosting and writing trivia games. See, it's not always about getting the answer right or wrong. It's about learning new, interesting things. Things you can take back to work or your everyday life and start conversation with. So come out this Tuesday or Wednesday to East Nashville Beer Works or Cedar City Brewing and see if you can find something interesting to talk to your coworkers about the next day. What fast food chain that is still open today is considered the first hamburger chain in America? White Castle. Walt Anderson, a cook, had been running food stands in Wichita, Kansas since 1916, when he opened his first diner in a converted streetcar. After a second and third location, he was looking to open a fourth location when he met Edgar Waldo Ingram, an insurance and real estate man, and together they started the White Castle chain. Known for its small, square hamburgers, commonly referred to as sliders, sold at low prices, 5 cents from their introduction, while gradually increasing in price during the 1930s, today, a single slider still costs less than $1.50 in most places. In 2014, Time Magazine named the White Castle slider the most influential burger of all time. 652 years ago today, an outbreak of dancing mania strikes Germany. Dancing mania involved large groups of people dancing together until they collapsed from exhaustion. Groups included men, women, and children and could be numbered in the thousands. Participants often experienced strange hallucinations while they were dancing. The phenomenon occurred in Europe many times over the next 3 centuries, but is still not completely understood. The outbreak that occurred in 1374 began in multiple cities in Germany and made it as far as Italy. Several hypotheses have been produced to explain the phenomenon, including a kind of mass hysteria, an unknown religious cult movement, or even spider bites. It's also been proposed that the dancers had eaten bread contaminated with molds that had psychoactive properties. However, no definitive answer has ever been agreed upon. Dancing mania ended in the 18th century. Well, it came back briefly during disco, but we can't explain that either. Given out annually since 1979, the Pritzker Prize is given out internationally every year to a person who excels in what industry? Architecture. The Pritzker Architecture Prize is an international award presented annually to, quote, honor a living architect or architects whose built work demonstrates a combination of those qualities of talent, vision, and commitment, which has produced consistent and significant contributions to humanity in the built environment through the art of architecture, end quote. Founded in 1979 by J.A. Pritzker and his wife Cindy, the award is funded by the Pritzker family and sponsored by the Hyatt Foundation. It is considered to be one of the world's premier architecture prizes and is often referred to as the Nobel Prize of Architecture. Only 7 Americans have been awarded the prize, including the very first, but the most recent was in 2005. Everything I do it for you. I'm not just saying that to you. Let's not get weird. That was a smash hit for Bryan Adams and was released on the soundtrack of what movie? Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, starring Kevin Costner as Robin Hood, Morgan Freeman as Azim, and Christian Slater as Will Scarlet. It was a box office hit, grossing almost $400 million worldwide, making it the second highest grossing film of 1991 behind Terminator 2. The song was a chart success internationally, reaching the number one position on the music charts of at least 19 countries. In the United Kingdom, it spent 16 consecutive weeks at number one, the longest uninterrupted run ever on the chart. In the United States, it topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks and stayed at number one for 17 consecutive weeks on the sales-only chart. It went on to sell more than 15 million copies worldwide, making it Adam's most successful song and one of the best-selling singles of all time. With summer upon us, you're probably looking for more activities to do with your kids. You might not believe it, but playing trivia is a great way for you and your kids to do something together. I write games that are great for all age groups. So while they might not know that song or that movie from the 80s, they probably will know that song from the 2020s. Follow Brainiac Trivia on Facebook and Instagram to find one of my 6 free weekly shows close to you.
This podcast was produced from the Brainiac Minute. Airs daily on WANT 98.9 FM at 9:10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m.